The Crimson Compact, the 36 oaths that bind the Triads in blood and eternity. What if the world's most unbreakable criminal brotherhood wasn't sealed with a signature or a stamp, but with a finger-sliced oath over a chalice of blood wine? 36 curses invoking thunderbolts, tiger maulings, and myriad swords for the slightest betrayal. A vow so visceral it has held clans together through wars, crackdowns, and centuries of silence. Imagine a dim-lit temple in Kowloon's back alleys, 2025, where a recruit kneels naked under a blade arch, his life dripping into a communal bowl as elders chant the Hung Mun's 36 oaths, ancient pacts from 1761 forged in the ashes of a burned Shaolin temple, still whispered in Vancouver safe houses and Rotterdam docks to bind the To 14K, Sun Yi On, and Wo Xing Wo in unbreakable fealty. These aren't quaint codes. They're kill switches, etched in the Kanun's honor stone, where breaking one summons a death so poetic it echoes Dante, throats slit for lies, eyes gouged for spying, bodies dissolved for disloyalty. As 2025's Hong Kong raids seize ritual daggers stained with fresh blood and encrypted Viber groups reciting Oath 13, may I be killed by myriad swords if I deny the hung, the thrill electrifies. In a world of wiretaps and witnesses, do these oaths still compel silence, or are they the last gasp of a dying dragon? Strap in as we recite the rite, oath by oath, where every word is a wound, and the brotherhood bleeds eternal, the Oath of Origins, from Shaolin ashes to shadow pacts. The 36 oaths trace to 1761 when 5 Shaolin monks, survivors of the Qing Emperor's temple torching, fled to Guangdong, slicing palms in a moonlit cave to seal the Mahang society against tyranny. Their Kanun-inspired compact, blending Leke Dukagjini's Albanian honor code with Taoist taboos, demanded absolute loyalty, 36 vows recited over a rooster's beheading in a blood-mingled rocky bowl, the air thick with incense and iron promise. By the Opium War's haze, these oaths armed the Triads against British bayonets, their recitation a rebellion ritual. Recruits, stripped and blindfolded, crawl under sword arches, each step a submission to the society's supremacy. The sensational seal, a triangle of death, 3 blades forming a pyramid, the initiate's head thrust inside, questions fired like bullets, betray and be pierced by 108 knives. Oath 1 sets the stage. After entering the hung gates, I must treat the parents and relatives of my sworn brothers as my own kin. Breach it and 5 thunderbolts strike. A curse so potent that 2025 defectors from 14K swear it manifests as unseen accidents like the 2023 Vancouver enforcer struck by lightning mid-meet. The oaths aren't ink, they're incantations, chanted in Cantonese cadence to bind the soul, their power persisting in modern cells where a 2024 Manila raid captured a Sun Yi On lodge mid-recitation, the air humming with vows that turned thugs into titans. The oaths of loyalty, kinship, silence, and the sword's shadow. Oaths 212 forge the fraternal forge, demanding kinship that transcends blood, silence that defies torture. Oath 2. I shall assist my sworn brothers to bury their parents and brothers by offering financial or physical assistance. I shall suffer death by 5 thunderbolts if I do not keep this oath. Picture a 1990s Kowloon funeral, a Wo Xing Wo brother gunned in a turf tussle, buried with Triad honors, clans pooling $50,000 for the rite, the oaths breach a tiger mauling, curse fulfilled when a disloyal 426 is mauled by guard dogs in a 2019 raid. Suspense in the secrecy. Oath 13. I shall not disclose the secrets of the Hung family. Not even to my parents, brothers, or wife I shall never disclose the secrets for money. I will be killed by myriads of swords if I do so. A vow so ironclad that defectors like the 2025 14K whistleblower live in armored bunkers, haunted by ghost calls, from ex-brothers enforcing the curse with silenced pistols. Oath 7. If it comes to my knowledge that the government is seeking any of my sworn brothers who has come from other provinces or from overseas, I shall immediately inform him in order that he may make his escape. If I break this oath, I will be killed by 5 thunderbolts. The thrill. In 2022's Toronto bust, a Dilo tipped off a fugitive via encrypted signal, the oaths echo saving a life and sealing another's in a Vancouver alley throat slash. These loyalty litanies aren't legalese, they're lethal. recited in ritual rhythm that binds the brain, turning whispers into weapons. The oaths of vengeance, eyes for eyes, blood for blood. Oaths 13 to 24 ignite the inferno of retribution, where betrayal begets barbarity. Oath 21. If I ever reveal the secrets of the Hung Mun, may I be struck by 5 thunderbolts and die a horrible death. Sensational savagery. In 2018's Macau feud, a Sun Yi-on rat who sang to cops was found in a hotel tub, drowned with 5 electric cables wrapped around his neck. Thunderbolts. Manifest. His body bloated with ritual rum. A warning scrawled in blood. Oath 21. Oath 24. If my natural brothers are involved in a dispute or lawsuit with my sworn brothers, I must not help either party against the other, but must attempt to have the matter settled amicably. If I break this oath, I will be killed by 5 thunderbolts. The suspense? A 2023 Rotterdam enforcer, favoring kin over clan, was settled with a throat slash in a canal, his body floating with 5 coins in his eyes. Kanun currency for Charon's ferry. The oath's thunder, a tidal curse. Oath 36, the capstone. From this day forward, I owe my life to the society. My blood is the society's blood. My flesh is the society's flesh. If I break this oath, may I be chopped into 108 pieces. Chilling Chronicle. A 2024 defector from Wohop 2 was found in 108 pieces across Hong Kong harbors. Oath fulfilled with surgical savagery. His limbs parceled like product. A message in meat that silence snitches forever. If these blood-bound barbarities, from finger slices to 108-piece punishments, have you bound by the Brotherhood's brutal beauty, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Behind the Veil Truths, for more visceral voyages into vows that vanquish, the oaths of expansion, silence, solidarity, and the silent sword. Oaths 25 to 36 extend the empire, enforcing expansion through exile-proof allegiance. Oath 25. I shall never betray my sworn brothers. If, through a misunderstanding, I have caused the arrest of one of my brothers, I must release him immediately. The tension? In 2021's Sydney sting, a 14K courier jailed for a tip-off misunderstanding was sprung by clan lawyers bribing guards, his release a ritual rebirth with fresh oaths. The thunder averted, but the fear forever forged. Oath 31. When Hung brothers visit my house, I shall provide them with board and lodging. I shall be killed by myriads of knives if I treat them as strangers. Suspense in Sanctuary. A 2019 London safe house raid finds a Woshing Wo elder hosting a fugitive, his hospitality, a hidden arsenal, knives gleaming as guardians, the oath's myriad blades a metaphor made manifest. The finale, Oath 36, seals the silence, a vow of flesh and blood that transcends time, its breach a beheading that echoes from Shaolin to Shenzhen, the unbreakable unbinding, oaths that outlive the oath-taker. The 36 oaths aren't obsolete relics, they're living ligatures lacing the Triads' global grasp in 2025, where a Vancouver 14K initiate swears the same blood rights in a basement, his finger slice sealing shipments to Sydney syndicates. As Europol's 2025 reports rail against oath-bound opacity, the oaths endure. A 2024 defector, throat slit in a Manila motel, his last words a garbled Oath 13, myriad swords made manifest. The thrill? In a digital age of dash cams and data trails, the Kanun's quiet code conquers, turning whispers into weapons that wound without witnesses. What if the next oath is sworn in your city's shadows, a recruit's blood buying your block's blind eye? If this Crimson Compact has you compacting the cost of crossing clans, subscribe to Behind the Veil Truths on YouTube. We'll keep the chalice full, toasting one timeless terror at a time. The next blood vow, it's already being broken.